Hello and welcome to this week's LudaCast.
There's no way.
Yeah, Luda, no.
Can we even keep that in?
Hello, everybody. I know it's been a hot second. I'm so sorry that the podcast took a little bit of a break. The last week of school, which why is school ending so early now? I don't understand why it's like I literally promise you last year I ended school. No, I graduated early. Okay, 2 years ago I ended school in June, like the second week of June, and now I'm done the second week of May. Anyways, so I was finishing school, getting all of that done, and then trying to just figure out life. If you've been watching the vlogs, keeping up on my Life with Luda channel, been a little crazy, been a little hectic, but we're here now. The podcast is continuing. It's not done. I know people were like, is the podcast over with already? I was like, no, just taking a second, taking a breather. Welcome back to this week's LudaCast. I look like a gym bro if you're watching the YouTube. I genuinely feel like a gym bro today. And I'm not mad about it, What's up, bro? Gonna take some pre-workout, bro. I don't even know if I genuinely have never heard a single guy like a gym bro. I don't think they talk like that. I think gamers are the ones that say bro. I think they say bro. We're the ones who say bro, right? Anyways, welcome back, guys. I missed you. I miss you guys a lot. Your girl's been busy. I have been so busy. A little recap of everything that has happened. First of all, TwitchCon has answered, by the way. I was talking to everybody on the Discord last night, and they answered. They didn't say yes or no. It wasn't a no, first of all. They didn't necessarily say yes. They sent us a application? Yes, another application to fill out. And so that's not a no. That's not a no, by the way. So if you guys want to keep tagging them and asking them to bring me in, that'd be very appreciative because they obviously listen to you more than they listen to me. I think it's a little disrespectful, but but I'm excited about that. That was huge. As well as I have been dog walking more, and I kind of like dog walking at night because I can take a moment during the morning, and whether that's just relaxing or if it's reading or if it's doing business work, like I need to fill out emails or I need to edit or interviews and stuff like that, I do that all in the morning, and then I hang out with you guys around 3 and we stream for a little, and then I go and dog walk at 6:30, right? And it's a nice little schedule we have going on, and I come home and I either go work out or I work out at home. And I kind of low-key love my schedule. And I just got an update that today I have another dog to walk at that same place. And I'm so excited because it's going to be so cute because I get to walk 2 dogs. I'm an actual dog walker. I'm going like this. It's going to be so cute. I don't know what dog it is. I just was told it was a small dog. So I really hope it's a pug. They're only allowed like very small dogs. So it's either a pug, a chihuahua, a Yorkie, a Frenchie. Like it's going to be one of those small ones. I really hope it's not a chihuahua, dude. I don't like chihuahuas. Nothing against them, but I don't like them. So I'm excited to find out what kind of dog it is. I think I find out today. I'm not sure. We have been dog walking more. My paint site is going to be up this week. I have it built. I just have to take pictures and make the prints and everything. So you guys will be able to get either the original canvas. Obviously, there's only one of them. But I wanted to make it to where everyone could get at least something, so the prints and stuff that are going to be a part of the site obviously are not original. Like they're my art, but it's not the actual canvas, and that way it can be cheaper too. So if somebody wants something but they're like, I can't afford like an actual canvas, I want to make something like cheap that everyone can afford. So that made me happy. That'll be done this week, hopefully. My hard drive broke. That's in repair. They said it could be anywhere from $200 to $1,400. So I was like, bruh, I'm gonna have no money. So we're hoping that works out. Your girl is gonna go horseback riding soon. I'm so excited about that. I don't know why, but I have always wanted to ride horses. I took photos on a horse in 3rd grade for some reason. They brought us to some ranch and we're like, take photos on it. I don't know why school did that, but I never rode them. They never allowed us to ride them. And so I've always wanted to ride one, and I'm going to take horseback riding lessons. So excited. I'm also going to be taking skating lessons. I was told, my therapist told me, find something that you look forward to. So I went to anime shops, and there's only so many in Jacksonville, which also your girl got sponsored by the anime shop. The tea is here first on the LudaCast. I haven't told anyone yet, but they did sponsor me, and I'm gonna announce it soon. So happy. That was crazy. I don't know why. I'm like, cool, dope. I'm your girl. I got you. I'll be whatever you need me to be because I love your store. So I did that. I was excited for that, but there's only so many anime stores. So I was like, I need something else to look forward to. And I obviously look forward to streaming, but she was like, you need something to look forward to that's not your job, something that you're literally not working at. Because she was like, everything you look forward to is work. So I'm going to be doing horseback riding, and then when it's in the season for skating, I'll be taking skating lessons. So that makes me super excited. I'm going to be a figure skater. I'm going to be like, you guys going to see me? I'm going to be like, blurring around, because that's what you do. Twirling around. I don't know. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Me and my mom are doing the horseback riding together, and then she doesn't want to skate. She's like, I'm going to fall and break something. But I'll be doing the skating whenever we do one, the other one will stop, obviously, because your girl ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? So there's only one birthday stream a year. I'm kidding. Twitch also takes 50% of that, so your girl definitely ain't rich. But yes, life has been a little up and down, not gonna lie. Like I said on my vlog, my medication, the place messed up. Okay, and all humans make mistakes, so I'm not mad. It just caused a little bit of chaos because I was waiting on them, but they finally fixed it, and I'm getting it today, and all will be swell. So I will be going back to medication, which I'm happy about because I know how much it's helped me, but then being off it, I was like, oh my word, it has helped me so much because I hate this. So I'm excited about that. I'm just trying to think of everything to catch you guys up on. I've read so many books, so many fun books. I ordered 4 more. No, I ordered I think 6 more. Somebody stop me. And then my dog. So I was telling you guys about I will get a service dog. And my therapist was like, first of all, like having your own pet, which I have Benny and Frankie, but as you guys know, I'm looking to move. And they won't come with me. And so I thought it would be good to get the dog soon so that he can be with other animals and like not be aggressive towards dogs. But then so that when I move out, I'm not trying to train a dog and move and all that. So I'm looking now. I don't know when exactly. I contacted a bunch of shelters because I'm all for adopt, don't shop. All of our dogs have been adopted. All of our animals have been adopted, actually. We haven't bought one. Except I think we bought 1 turtle because there was no more turtles to save. Like we only would take them in when a hurricane happened and we couldn't find any. And so we bought one because we were sad. Because we had lost our other turtles. Or not lost. I think we set them back into the river. We did what they say, like they rehome, right? They're supposed to do something and rehome whatever the zoo used to be, and then they just were like, oh, we can make money off this. So I have put a thing into all the shelters around here and was like, hey, I'm looking for blank breed, but if they can't find blank breed, I will have to end up purchasing him. So I'm hoping that I can find a place that does it ethically, not a puppy mill, not those people. Those guys, bad. They don't take care of their animals. They literally put them in like dookie cages. I want someone, if I have to buy this dog, I want someone who actually cares about their animals, actually takes care of them. Like if I were to breed dogs, bro, those puppies would be living their best life. So I want to try to find someone like that if I can adopt him. And if you're like, why can't you just adopt a random dog? It's gonna be a service dog, and this specific breed is really good for not only protection, he's gonna have canine training, but also being a service dog. And it's not just for emotional support, while he will be that, because animals do help me and just all the trauma I've been through, like they definitely calm me down whenever I'm very anxious. I will go around our dogs, and even Frankie, I don't know how she knows this, she's a pit that was a rescue and we've never taught her this, but she even will sometimes like put her hand up under my arm and like make sure my hands are on her or under her so I can't do anything with my hands during a panic attack, which I don't know how she knows I do it, but it's crazy. But with service dogs, you have to like, if you're going to spend a big chunk of money on training them and putting them through a service training, one, the breed has to be very smart. And oftentimes rescue dogs, while I love them and I love giving them attention and working with them, sometimes rescue dogs do have past issues and aggression because of, like, Frankie was a fighter dog. So we have her now, but we had to work with her. You know, she was aggressive at first. She did very much so want to, like, fight with everybody, not with us, but like with other dogs and with other humans. So it took a while with her, and she still sometimes is a little iffy around humans and specifically other dogs. And obviously, since she was a fighter dog, like, she was in dog fights, that's why. But just with, like, dogs with a past like that, they just don't make great service dogs because they also have issues, you know, like, we're kind of her service humans to help her. So it's best to get, like, a puppy to help raise them up so they're in their training since they are little, like, they are on top of their work. And so this breed is a very, very big breed, because I also want a protective dog. Since I will be alone, I want something that I just feel safe behind. So he's very huge. Someone asked if it was a Great Dane. It's not a Great Dane. Those guys have a lot of health issues, and I get attached way too easily, and I just couldn't. I could not. But they also, this breed is, like, specifically really good for protection and for service training. So that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to give away the breed. If you're like, why aren't you saying it? It's a surprise. I'm gonna vlog it. It's gonna be a fun time. But so this dog, it's a specific breed. It's hyperallergenic, so that I can go to my friend's house who are allergic to dogs. It's also not a doodle. I know a lot of people are like, it's a doodle. It's a doodle. It's not a doodle. Those dogs are cute, but they're not mean looking, and I need a mean looking dog to protect me. Yeah, a lot of people are asking, like, what breed is it? So it's gonna be hyperallergenic to make sure it can be around my friends, and my place isn't full of dog hair so that my friends can come over, as well as just he is a very smart and intelligent dog. So that is why I'm on the look for this specific dog. And if there is a dog like that in a pound around here and he's still older, I will still see if I can try to train him and have him help me. It's just best to work with them when they're puppies, but it's not impossible. I just have never done service training, so, like, on my first time, I just don't know if it's smart taking on a dog that already has a past. But whatever happens, happens. But I got some service training books to read up, and I also got books on his breed to read up, because I want to be ready. Like, we were ready for pits because we have had pits before. We've done research on them. You know, pits are, everyone says they're aggressive, but it's like it's the parenting. You know, there's aggressive humans, but are we all aggressive? No, because it's the parenting that matters. So we made sure we read up and we're ready for pit bulls. So I want to make sure I'm ready for this dog. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So I'm looking, and if you see a video come up soon that I went and got my puppy, that's what happened. So anyways, enough with the recap. I think that's enough of what has been going on. We're going to start today's podcast, and I wanted to talk about, because we've been talking about a lot of mental health, which I love, first of all. And I think it's why I just kind of go towards talking about mental health, because I'm kind of in a season of healing and figuring things out. And if I can help one single person who's listening, that's what I want to do. So if you're like, oh my word, all she does is talk about mental health, I thought we were going to talk about funny stuff or this or that or whatever. Or if you followed because of the Reddit video, or if you followed during the Chris Jericho podcast, we will talk about other things. It's just right now I'm very I love talking about mental health, and I love talking about what's helped me, and it's fresh on my mind, you know, like I'm literally doing new things every week to help myself. So I want to talk about it now while it's fresh on my mind. We will talk about books at some time. We'll talk about anime at some time. Just right now, this is what it's gonna be. So if you're not into the whole mental health thing, first of all, I don't know why, because everyone has it. So it's like, it's good to know. But if you're not into it, just click off and come back whenever you see a title that's not about mental health. But also, this is going to be kind of centered around ADHD, OCD, and anxiety. So if you don't deal with those things, either one, you can still listen. Like, you can always still listen, but maybe you have a friend or a family member or a partner that deals with it. You can try to help them. You know, maybe listening to this opens your ears and eyes and mind to, oh, so that's why that is, or oh, this could help them. Or maybe you could send it to them and they can listen. Hi, person that they send it to. My name's Luda. Welcome in. And if you do have anxiety, ADHD, or OCD, these things may or may not help you. You know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I am literally just a 19-year-old girl that has lived a lot of life and is sharing her experience. That also has a therapist and a doctor who are helping her. So I'm just trying to share it because I know therapy is, one, not open to everyone. Like, not everyone can be a part of it, but two, expensive. So if I can share stuff and try to help people that can't get into a place or afford a place, I'm all for it. So get comfy, get your notepad out, get ready to write down some things because we're going to talk about my personal tips and also my therapist's tips on what can help comfort / help your ADHD and anxiety and OCD. Mainly ADHD and anxiety because those are the two main things that I deal with. And just try to maybe give you some ideas on what can help and help you find a coping mechanism that is healthy and just comforting and make you feel all the good things. Okay. And if you try these things and they don't work, this is not everything, so don't give up. And if you try these things and they do work, I'm so happy. So let's start on some of the things that I think help my ADHD and that I have been given some tips for. The first thing is medication. Now, I don't want everyone to be like, oh my word, so you're just trying to get medicated and then it's gone. No, but I will say I am a very, what's it called? Something encouraging. I don't know. What's it called when you like agree with something and you want to like, I don't know words. I need a dictionary. I am highly for medication. I know a lot of people who are Christians are like, medication is the devil and it's drugs or whatever. And to that, I would like to say, do you not think that in the Bible times, they were using their natural resources to help them? When they got sick, they didn't pop a Tylenol or pop a sinking Advil or pop a Dayquil, drink some Dayquil and go, man, I'm feeling so much better. No, they probably used the herbs and the plants and everything that was around them naturally to help them. So if anything, the Bible is pro-medication because they were using this stuff back then. They didn't use Dayquil and NyQuil and Advil and all this. They used natural things. So that out of the way. And if you still don't agree with medication, that's okay. You don't have to agree. Just don't put other people down for using it because that's not okay either. I don't know why like Christians love to put other Christians down. It's like, bro, we are on the same team. Homie G, you are doing the devil's work for him. Stop. Anyways, my chair is so squeaky. I need to get a new chair. This chair is so awful. And ow, it hurt my arm. It's so squeaky and I just hurt my arm so bad. So anyways, the first tip is medication. I was so scared of it because of the way it's talked about. I just thought that I was like, there's no way I would ever get on medication. It's bad. Like, it was talked about like it's bad. And so I thought it was bad. And I just don't like that. I don't like that it's talked like it's bad. And so, like, me who knew nothing about it, the only thing I knew was, oh, it's just, you don't do that. That's bad to be on. And I don't think it's exactly like that anymore. I think a lot of people are pro-medication. That's the word I was looking for. Pro-medication. But it definitely is still a little like, she said she's on medication. I wonder what one it is. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know, whatever. If somebody goes to the doctor and they're sick, nobody goes, they gave you medicine? I wonder what medicine she's taking. No. They're like, bro, thank you, because get your strep throat out of here. I don't want it. Take that medication. I don't want it. So I don't know why people are so weird about it, but whatever. I'm pro medication. If you are able to and you're able to afford it, I would highly suggest speaking to a therapist or a psychiatrist or a doctor about medication and what could help you, because I also have gone through testings of different medications. I've gone through testing which ones work, which ones don't. The side effects, sometimes they affect some people, sometimes they don't. And you have to find the right one that makes you're still able to live life and enjoy life. It's supposed to enhance your life and not bring you 4 steps backward, you know? So if you're having huge migraines or nauseous or any of that, like whatever the side effects are, they literally are a good therapist, a psychiatrist will be like, okay, we should try something else then. It's what mine did, and it's so helpful because it's like, oh my goodness, thank you. You're not just forcing me to take something that's not working. So I am super, super pro medication. I know it helped me with my ADHD so much, my anxiety so much. For OCD, you can't really get medicated, but you can kind of by testing different medications combined together to kind of create your own, which I don't know if this is weird, but side note, I kind of feel almost like I'm a scientist. Like I'm testing like which one, this combined with a little bit of this and a little bit of this and this during this time of the day or during this time of the day. And it's like kind of a cool little experiment to be like, oh my word. And now we are balanced. But don't be scared to try it. I was so terrified. And it took me literally getting to rock bottom to be like, I don't even care anymore. I'll try it. And it helps so much. And with ADHD, it just, my brain goes zoop, and it feels so peaceful, dude. And I can sleep at night. It's so great. So I would suggest trying it if you're able to. With some of my medication I'm on right now, it makes me very nauseous, and even the sight of it's like I'm never hungry, and even the sight of food makes me like, brrr. So that is a little bit of an issue I'm having, but there's a lot of workarounds. And for me right now, working around is just kind of forcing food of like, all right, we're eating at these times no matter what. And protein shakes are really helping, and fruit cups, like those baby fruit cups, as well as getting sugar up. So like literally eating like chocolate or like drinking sweet tea, like drinking something that has sugar in it to help spike my insulin to make me hungry is really helping. So definitely look into that if you can, if you're able to. I know it's very expensive, and I know it's, well, actually, I don't think ours is expensive because of insurance, but I know insurance is expensive. I don't know a lot of that world. I'm still under my parents, so I'm still kind of not the most knowledged on that. So I'm not trying to be, what's it called? Ignorant? Is that the word? Where it's like, bro, she doesn't know the cost of these things. I do know it's expensive. I thought medication would be a lot more expensive than this, but I will say, I don't care how much it is. I could work 7 shifts for this stuff because it has changed my life. So if you're able to, give it a shot, try it out. But these other ones, they have helped me when I'm medicated and when I'm not. Because obviously, like I just told you guys, I've been having issues with my medication, and this stuff has been helping unmedicated. So if you're not able to get medication, this stuff can still help you possibly. So the next thing I would say it's for ADHD as well is slowing down. As I literally speak so fast. Slowing down helps me a ton. With ADHD, you want to go. You want to do 5 different things at once. You want to stimulate all parts of your brain. If you're not stimulating your brain, you're like, it like feels like there's a bee buzzing in your whole body. It's like, bro, I gotta do something. What I have found, it sucks. But I used to watch YouTube, play a video game, and have like something else that I was doing. It's a lot. It is a lot. So instead, I force myself, slow down, either play a video game, watch a YouTube video, or do whatever, like whether it was drawing or read a book or whatever. And if I'm watching a YouTube video, watch it in 1x speed. I used to watch all my YouTube videos in 2x speed. Watch it in 1x speed. And I realized like slowing down, even that stuff, really helped my ADHD because I was just feeding into it and escalating myself. Because then I would get overstimulated. Because obviously, if you have 5 different things of media playing, you're going to get overstimulated at some point. It's just with ADHD, it's like I need those 5 things to feel okay, and then I don't feel okay. So it helped with not becoming overstimulated to just focus on one thing. And I know it's so stinking hard. I understand. But try to force yourself. Like, I will literally be like, no, we're just doing this. We're just doing this. And it really has helped. It really, really has. So if you can try to just slow down and do one thing, even like background noise, I understand is like completely cool. Like if you're cooking, you want to play music or like watch a YouTube video. But I've even tried to like start eating and just eat and not have a YouTube video playing while I'm eating. Or I don't know, just like a bunch of random things. Try to just stop multitasking basically. Because if you're multitasking, you're not getting everything done at the best of your ability anyways. You know, isn't that a saying like, if you're doing multiple tasks at once, you're doing it all subpar instead of doing everything to your best of ability, but it's taking longer. So try to just do one thing at a time. The next thing for OCD. If you have OCD, listen to me. Or if you don't have OCD, listen to me. It is not just, I need my pencils in a line, or I need my clothes in color order, or I need to tidy up my desk. Yeah, that is a part of OCD. Like, that is, some people with OCD do have that. Their desk does have to be perfect. Their TV has to be perfectly straight. If there's 2 shelves and they're not perfectly like this, that's gonna bug them. But that's not all OCD is. And I used to think that as well. That's why I didn't think I had OCD. But my mom mentioned it. She was like, I think you might have OCD because growing up, it had to be perfect. Like, it had to be perfect, or you would get so frustrated with everything, including yourself. And she was like, you would almost like melt down if it wasn't perfect, if your schedule wasn't perfect. She's like, it's like you have to do it exactly right. OCD is also intrusive thoughts, and not just, oh my word, I'm gonna cut my hair, intrusive thoughts. No, it's like, oh my word, if I said this to this person, now they're going to get into a car crash because I said it this way, and it's gonna be my fault. Or very, very dark just images in your mind, or these thoughts and questions like, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? My best advice for those with the intrusive thoughts, because that's the type of OCD I have it with my relationships with friends and family. I have it with my relationship with God. I have it, which a lot of people are asking and said it really helped them. It's called religious OCD. If you want to look it up, it is game changing. It was like, is God telling me to do this? God's telling me to do this. If I don't do this, God's going to hate me. If I don't do this, God's not going to like me. I'm going to get punished if I don't do this. This is a punishment for... No, God doesn't work that way. That is so not the loving God that we serve. And I didn't understand that my brain was playing tricks on me. But it is all of these questions. What I found and was helped with is your brain is looking, it's compulsion. Those intrusive thoughts, whether it's in your brain, whether it's physical, sometimes it's like, if I touch this, I have to do it again with this hand, or like all these random things. Those are compulsions. What helps best, and it sucks more than anything in this whole world, because if you have them, all you want is to reassure that compulsion, whether it's asking someone, hey, are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? Your tone changed a little. Are we okay? Like, your brain literally will shove all of these intrusive thoughts into your brain. Do not ask for reassurance. What I have with the people closest to me that know I have OCD is if I ask once, you can reassure me, because reassurance is fine. Reassurance is totally fine. Like, if you think someone's mad at you and you're like, hey, are we cool? Like, did I upset you? It's totally okay. It's when I start to ask 3 or 4 times, they remind me. They'll say like, hey, I'm not going to answer your question right now because this is a compulsion. We're going to move on, because the reassurance is continuing a cycle, because it's compulsion, anxiety, reassurance, what's it called? Something peace, like, momentarily peace. So it's a 4 thing. You get the compulsion, you ask, because you have anxiety, you have so much anxiety about it. You get the reassurance, you get momentary peace, and you start it again. So if you never ask, you're training your brain. This is fake. This is we're not doing this. Basically saying, we're not doing this. What I've genuinely started doing, and it's kind of funny but kind of stupid, is I will genuinely say out loud if I feel I have these thoughts, intrusive thoughts, or compulsions, or you can even do this if you have negative thoughts. Like, you don't have OCD, you don't have anxiety, you don't have ADHD, but you just have very bad negative thoughts. You can even do this for that. It works for a lot of things. Genuinely find a phrase that makes you like find a phrase that makes you laugh. Find a phrase that makes you kind of like giggle about it, and say it out loud. So for me, I'll be like, we ain't doing this. Nope. And then I start to kind of smile because I'm like, bro, I just said that. And that tricks your brain to go like, we're laughing? Because your brain thinks it's protecting you. Your brain doesn't know all these things. We think that it's like, oh, like my brain knows. No. Your brain doesn't. I don't know why, but your brain doesn't know. It thinks it's protecting you. It thinks we're causing anxiety because we don't have arms and legs and we can't shake my person and say, hey, something's wrong. So we cause anxiety because that will get them to realize something's wrong. The issue is this anxiety is fake. This anxiety doesn't need to exist because these compulsions aren't real. So when you laugh and smile, your brain goes, why are we smiling? We're having an issue. Oh, there's no issue. Oh, we're happy. We're good. And then it stops. And you don't have this momentarily peace. You have peace in general. So with people with religious OCD, it's even advised not to quote scripture and not to pray because that is momentary peace. That is that reassurance. That's not saying don't pray when you're anxious or don't quote verses to yourself when you're scared or you're having just a sucky day. That's not what I'm saying. This is purely for people with religious OCD. The compulsions, the intrusive thoughts are like, God's going to punish me if I don't do this exact way and he's mad at me, or God's trying to tell me to do this and this. When it's causing anxiety, that is not God. It literally suggests do not pray and do not quote verses because you're reassuring your brain these thoughts are real. So we need to counter them with a real defense. Instead, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. Bro, we ain't doing this. Or else I was up and be like, bro, you been so silly. You're a silly goofy. You're a silly goofy goose. And then I just keep walking on. And if it doesn't work, try it again. I'll try a different phrase. I'll be like, bro, we are okay. We do not need to do this today. We're good. Literally. Or I'll literally play a song. I posted on my Instagram the other day because I got anxious and I started crying. And I was like, bruh, for what? This is all fake. All of this stuff I create in my mind is fake. So I played some random song, like hype song, and I set it up and I genuinely made myself dance. And I was crying and dancing. But I was like, at the end of it, I was laughing because I was like, this is so stupid. And then I wasn't anxious anymore because my brain realized, oh my word, we're dancing? Why are we dancing and laughing? We're dancing and laughing because there's no issue. Oh, we're fine. So, if that can help you, saying either phrases that make you laugh or giggle and just be like, we are fine. We're not doing this today. We're good. That, instead of asking for the reassurance or reassuring those negative thoughts, retrain your brain. You can retrain your brain. It takes 30 days to break a habit. Retrain your brain. Teach it, these are fake. These are no-nos. We don't do this. That's another one I like to do. I go, and I'll just keep walking. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it does work and it helps, especially without the medication. My brain has going so fast. And so sometimes I'm like, hey, shh. And I just keep walking. I'm like, bro, we're fine. So I hope that helps somebody. And I hope, like, making yourself laugh and smile during anxious moments tricks your brain. Because your brain's like, why are we laughing? And then it realizes, oh my word, we're laughing because we're fine. Oh, we're good. And then it calms down. I don't know why the brain doesn't realize that it's fake, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't answer that question. The next thing for just more for comfort, weighted blankets, stuffed animals, or like an actual animal. It is actually a part of a service dog. Sometimes they will apply pressure to certain areas, whether it's like your stomach or even like the top of your head or your chest. Applying pressure in certain areas can help your body kind of decompress and kind of be like, oh, we're fine. I am a claustrophobic person. Weighted blankets I didn't think I would like until I used one time. I freaked out for a second because I don't know why, but in the middle of the night, somehow I put the blanket over my head because every morning, without doubt, I wake up with the blanket over my head. I don't know why. I don't do it myself. It just happens. I think I'm like trying to make it as dark as I can in my sleep. But so I did that and I started freaking out because it's a heavy blanket and I was like, oh, I'm dying. But I do like them when I'm not sleeping. Like if I'm just hanging out somewhere. I don't have one, but I have used my friends and stuff, and I will like put it on my lap or just like drape it off my lap and stuff. And it is nice. I just don't use it when I'm sleeping. But I do have weighted stuffed animals, and those help me so much because I have one that kind of lays. It's Jimmy Gerald. Those who know on stream, Jimmy Gerald, the dinosaur. I lay him across, and he is just, I don't know. It just feels. There's some sort of peace. It's just like, okay, we're good. So if you have not, they're at Target, they're on Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're at Walmart. Or if you want to make your own, you could probably open up a stuffed animal and put something in it that would weight it. Don't put rocks because that's not going to feel good. That's not going to feel good at all. But like, find something if you want to make it yourself. Look up what's in weighted stuffed animals and you can make it yourself. It is so comforting and I love it so much. So that has truly helped. And if you have a dog during anxious moments, just pick them up. cuddle them. Be like, shh, we're gonna be okay. Shh, come lay right here. Because animals do help so much. I mean, there's a reason that animals are used in therapy, whether it's horses or dogs or cats or guinea pigs or like animals are used in therapy everywhere. So they do really help just being there, but also their weight could really, really help. And if you have somebody in your life that could, maybe have them even try like laying on you. I know that sounds weird, but I'm sure it would work the same way as like an animal. If you just had them like, bleh, just like, bleh, just kind of like put weight on you. And it kind of just is like, it's like a hug, but for your whole body of like, we're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to be okay. I hope that helps. The stuffed animals thing really helped me because I personally don't like sleeping with a whole blanket because again, I will literally suffocate myself. But the dinosaur helps because he's this big. So like he lays on my stomach or my chest and I wake up and he's still there. So that has helped incredibly so much. What's another thing? I was trying to think. I had like a whole list in my brain, and as an ADHD person, I didn't write it down. Honestly, it's not really a comfort, but come back. Just a tip in general. If you have ADHD, write things down. We forget things. Why do we not write down? We forget to write it down is what we do. But write things down. I need to write things down. I had a notepad right here. Right here. There's a notepad. Do I write things down? No. Why? Because I forgot. I don't know why I forgot. So try to write things down, but you're probably not gonna remember. Honestly, I don't know why I'm doing ADHD comfort tips because you guys aren't gonna remember. You're gonna turn this off and be like, that would be so helpful. Oh my word. Look at that. What is another thing? Trying to think. Oh, nutrition is a very good thing for comfort. Now, I'm not just talking comfort foods. I'm not just talking mashed potatoes or macaroni. That stuff is good. That stuff is really good. But I'm talking actual nutrition, like what you put in your body. Caffeine can make anxiety really, really bad. I was drinking 2 energy drinks a day, plus drinks that had caffeine in them. It wasn't good, okay? I was on the road, I was touring, I was exhausted, and it wasn't doing anything because with ADHD, energy drinks don't really affect you. And I would always tell people, like, I can make it affect me or I can make it not. Because I was telling myself, it's affecting you. And then I would get hyper. In reality, I'm just a hyper person with ADHD. It's literally in the name. So I would just tell myself like, it's affecting you, but I was just getting excited myself. So I was drinking 2 a day. I stopped because I started feeling my heart kind of hurt. Now, was it my heart or was it just the muscles around my heart? I'm not sure, but it was enough to scare the crap out of me to stop cold turkey. But caffeine is not helping you at all. And I know everyone loves coffee. I know everyone loves energy drinks. I know everyone loves all types of food and drinks that have caffeine. Please, please, please limit your caffeine. If you're having really bad anxiety, limit your caffeine because it is not helping at all. And I know it tastes so good and it is just so great. It's so fun. It's like a fun little drink. Stop it right now, okay? And try to just limit yourself. If you're having 2 a day, go to 1. If you're having 1 a day, go to half of 1. If you're drinking a lot of coffee, maybe just cut back to like, if you have like 2-3 cups of coffee a day, cut back to 2 or 1. Just try to like half your intake and just see if it helps. And if it helps, maybe take it completely out. For me, I took caffeine completely out for like months to try to help my anxiety. And I noticed a huge difference. So maybe just try to, if you're having really bad anxiety, try cutting it out completely, see what happens. And if it doesn't help, you can go back to it because I know it will help. And so you won't go back to it. Now, I drink caffeine in very, very, very small increments now. I genuinely only have caffeine in my BCAAs, which are my muscle recovery drinks. I drink them in the morning. And I only do half a scoop because that's like literally, I think 50 milligrams of caffeine or 25. But caffeine, I don't do energy drinks anymore. I don't do it all. They taste so good, but I just can't. My anxiety just spikes. It's not good. It's not good for anybody. But as well as caffeine, there are certain foods. Look up foods good for anxiety. Now, this could be a load of bull crap. I don't know. But I did it. And I do try to drink or eat those foods. I know water is a huge thing. Water is huge. Everywhere people are like, just drink water. And it's like, at first you're like, bruh, what? But I will say, upping your water, pretty helpful. Even if it's just like helping you feel overall just better. If you feel overall just better, your mental is going to be better. But there's like certain foods with antioxidants. I think that's what they're called. Might not be. I only took one nutrition class so far. Don't roast me. But yes, I think like blueberries and dark chocolate, and there's a lot of things that are good for your anxiety, for calming it down. So try to look those up. Look at the list. If you see something and you're like, I like that food, like it doesn't hurt to try. You know, like I love blueberries, so it doesn't hurt to try. I love dark chocolate. It doesn't hurt to try. It could be, again, a load of baloney, but you could try. You know, a lot of these things are backed by scientific research. Again, could be a load of bull crap, but you could try because it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't hurt to try those things. And if it just doesn't work, oh well, like it didn't hurt you. It's not like it's like, go take this super hard to get, super expensive thing. No, it's like dark chocolate, blueberries, I think bananas, like whatever. That one isn't like gonna for sure help, but me personally, if I'm super anxious and I go grab some dark chocolate and I nom on my dark chocolate chips, I'm like, you know, these taste pretty good. And if not, it just gives you an excuse to make cookies. So like, are we really gonna hate this one? Let me see. There are a few other things that I want to talk about. I don't know if they're more so just tips in general, for like comforting, but also just to help it overall. For overstimulation, I know for me, the most comforting thing is to be alone and turn off all media. I literally work in media, and I'm telling you, don't watch my TikToks. Don't watch the streams. Turn off all media. Literally turn your phone off. Like literally hold your phone and turn it off. Put it down and sit there and draw or read or journal or just stare at a wall. Literally just sit there and go like this. Your brain is so overstimulated, and with ADHD, it can get really bad and it can cause really bad anxiety from it. So you may not have prescribed anxiety, but with ADHD, it can link to anxiety. So when you're overstimulated, just stare at a wall or draw or read a book. Do something that's not media. Or go for a walk. Walks are great. But the only thing I'll say with walks is if it's around like an area where there's a bunch of people or cars and stuff, you're still going to be stimulating your mind. So I try to get into my room, turn off everything, and just be and exist. There's no music. I turned off my phone, so there's no way I will get a notification. The phone won't even light up. It's done. It's gone. It's off. I have my PC turned off, so the lights aren't glowing. Like I am in a controlled area, and I'm going to read or do something that is not media, that's not stimulating my mind. And it often really, really helps. And I've tried to push it before, and I'm like, I'll be fine. It just doesn't help at all. So if that can help, if you get overstimulated, maybe try that. Try being alone. And even if you're not an introvert, extroverts still need alone time. Extroverts still need time to just recharge. So try that out. And if it helps, great. And if it doesn't, try someone else, you know? Again, everyone has differences, and everyone's going to be helped by something different, you know? We're not all going to be helped by one thing, or we would have everything cured by now. So try it out. If it doesn't help, go again. Go next. Oh my goodness. I'm still sick. Help. Let me see. We've done a lot for ADHD. We've done a lot for anxiety. The OCD thing is just really hard because it's such a mental thing that for me, what I find comforting is putting on a movie or playing video games or reading something to distract myself, something that I find comforting, whatever I find the most comforting. So whatever you find peaceful and comforting, whenever you think of just a peaceful, good day, whether that's going to the beach or it's hanging out with friends or going to the mall or sitting in your bed, just doing nothing, taking a nap, cooking, eating, like whatever it is, do that and help distract yourself. Because with OCD, it's really, really good to just distract. And so you're not ruminating on those thoughts. And I know for me, what really helped is I used to sit there and just ruminate and let them happen because I thought they were my thoughts. I didn't know they were not my thoughts. So when I realized, was able to help identify these are not my thoughts. By the help of my therapist, it was easy to realize when I needed to distract myself. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go do something to distract myself, whether that's lifting or playing video games, whatever it is. We're done with these thoughts. And not saying it, don't have these thoughts, it's just going to make it worse. If I said, don't think about this, don't think about this, don't think about this, you're going to think about it. But rather being like, hey, these thoughts are here. Listen, you can sit down. I literally visualize this in my head. I visualize a couch with a lamp on the side. and a little side table, and it has like snacks and like a water bottle, and it's got like a coffee table. It's got some magazines. I'm like, listen, thoughts. You can chill. You can take a break here. If you want to sit on the couch, if you want to take a nap, you want to grab a bite to eat, you're good. But you can't stay. This is not a bedroom. You're not moving in. You can chill here, but you have to go at some point. And I open my eyes and I carry on my day. And usually I forget about it because I didn't sit there and go, stop. No. Stop. Like doing that is only going to have your brain go, oh my word, what's going on? We're dying. You know, like it's not going to help anybody. But if you're like, hey, you can rest here. You can check out the place, but you cannot be here. You cannot live here. So you will have to go eventually. And usually you forget about it. Be nice to yourself. Take care of yourself. If you have a loved one that deals with this stuff, talk to them. Ask them, hey, what could I do to help you? Because oftentimes with ADHD, anxiety, and OCD, the worst thing is we don't know what's going to help. We don't know. Because if we knew, we would tell you. We are begging for help ourselves. We just don't know what would help. We don't know if we need to talk to someone. We don't know if we need to do something. We don't know what's going on. It's very hard to explain, especially with like OCD and ADHD. It doesn't really make sense to others unless they have OCD and ADHD. Because they're like, oh my word, I have that too. That makes so much sense. But to others, they're like, just carry on with your day. Or they're like, just eat. Like, what do you mean it has to be a certain food? What do you mean you're hyperfixated on food? Just eat. Like what? Just, huh? And so it doesn't really make sense to them. Or like, what do you mean you're like, yeah, they're like, I think a lot too. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's not just thinking. It's like 50 different people are yelling at me. So if you have someone in your life that deals with this, just be like, hey, if there's anything I can do, if there's anything you want to try, let me know. I'm here for you. We can try it. We can do it for you. And if it doesn't work, we can go again. And if you just want to be alone, that's cool too. Because that is what just makes us feel the most like, oh my goodness, I don't have to know. I don't like letting someone know they don't have to know what they need. You're just there for them is so comforting because it's like, okay, because I don't know what I need, but just knowing that you'll be there for me if I figure it out is helpful instead of being like, what's wrong? And it's like, I don't know. And if you deal with this, if you deal with any of these things or anything other, like any other mental thing, don't be afraid to reach out to a friend, you know, find somebody you trust and let them know what's going on. Because I was one of those people. I didn't trust anybody. I didn't trust a single soul. I was like, I ain't telling these people my issues, but they're just going to use it against me. I was like, they're not going to understand. So why would I say something? They're just going to be like, okay. And with my therapist, I text her about anything now, and it's so helpful. And it just feels so just refreshing to have someone be like, validate what's going on. And sometimes, like with a therapist, they're trained to know, you know? And I was blessed. Second try, got a good one. And she often can give me tips and advice and be like, hey, just like take a nice bath or read a book. Or like, hey, like be nicer to yourself. Like having a friend that is there for you to encourage you, but also keep you in check and be like, yo, I told you, don't think on these, like, don't allow yourself to sit here and ruminate on these things. Distract yourself. It's very nice. So if this can do anything and want to encourage you to reach out to someone, let them know what's going on. Send them this podcast and be like, listen, it kind of explained what's going on, but not really, because like we all don't really know how to explain what's going on, but like it's kind of explaining. So like if you could listen, but like also I don't deal 100% with what she said, just like part of it is what I do. I'm like, it's not 100% what they said, but like it kind of explains what I'm going through, but like not really, but like it kind of. But yes, just try your best, keep hanging in there. We're gonna get through this, and you're not alone. Like there's so many people out there that deal with all these things and more. So if they can do it, we can do it, and we're going to be good. All right. So make sure that you keep going, keep pushing onward, reach out to your friends. And if you're a friend of someone who deals with this, reach out to them and just let them know you love them and you care about them. Let them know they're not annoying. Let them know that they are good the way they are. They're perfectly fine the way they are. We're all perfectly imperfect. So just be like, yo, we're chilling. You're good. You're good. You know, you're unique, and that's okay. And if they are annoying, maybe don't. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed. We have a great rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your day. Have a nice, fantastic evening. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Episodes out every other Tuesday, except these past couple weeks hasn't been, but episodes out every other Tuesday. leave a 5-star review, and make sure you like and share it. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see everybody in 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks. I don't know how to say it. Okay, I'll see you on stream sometime. Bye. Goodbye.
Oi, oi, oi.